Good morning. Today is Thursday, June 3rd, 2021. Well, these are certainly momentous days in Israel. In terms of the government, I'm sure everyone is following the news. I think it's still too early to tell what will happen even next week, let alone next month or next year. But I don't think anyone will soon forget the iconic photograph that has been publicized all over the world. The photo of Naftali Bennett, Yair Lapid, and Mansour Abbas signing the coalition deal. I agree with a friend of mine who wrote, "I'm not an Israeli citizen, just a Jew who cares a lot about the country and the people who live there. So no political commentary, but simply taking a moment to note the historic nature of this photo and all the incredible contradictions it holds." Wow. Some people are hopeful that it will usher in a new era. One friend of mine quoted Sherlock Holmes, who said, "When you have eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth." Others are horrified. Whatever your view, you must be amused by the comment of my friend and colleague Rabbi Reuven Spalter, who wrote about this photo. Until very recently, the only plausible caption for this picture would have been, "And now, Mr. Abbas, you are the proud owner of $200 million worth of Israel's chametz. Mazel tov, and see you in a week." I do want to congratulate Yitzhak Herzog on being elected Israel's new president. He takes office in a few weeks. The president of Israel is largely a ceremonial position, but do not confuse that term with unimportant or irrelevant. On the contrary, it is a crucial role in Israel. I want to thank and express appreciation to outgoing President Rivlin, who I think has done a marvelous job in his role as president. Everything that I know about Herzog leads me to believe that he too will be excellent. And it is noteworthy about Herzog that his father was president of Israel and his grandfather was chief rabbi of Israel. And so far, he has a long and distinguished career in public service. Now, maybe you were following this. Herzog ran for president against Miriam Peretz, a woman I have had the honor to meet and to hear, and I have spoken with you about her several times. She was always a long shot candidate. She has no experience in politics or diplomacy. But as Herb Kanan wrote in the Jerusalem Post, her personal story, her Job-like tragedy of losing 2 soldier sons in combat, and her husband to natural causes, is a story that deeply touches the nation. Peretz is a symbol of Israel. Many see in her story something personally inspiring and nationally aspirational. Her optimism, her not allowing personal suffering to embitter her or keep her down, her enduring love for the country despite the heavy personal price it has extracted. Peretz brought warmth and an overflowing love of Israel and its people to the table. She's a religious woman born in Morocco. She was deemed as someone, because of her story, able to unite disparate parts of the country. She was viewed as a healer. Herzog also is not a divider and is a healer as well. With Herzog, you get a decent man who is well connected, with vast political and diplomatic experience, who speaks English fluently and can be a bridge to the diaspora Jewish community, which he knows well and which in turn has respect for him. And that's how an overwhelming majority of members of Knesset voted for him. But Miriam Peretz remains a heroic symbol of Israel. After her defeat, she wrote, "My grandchildren prayed that Grandma would not be elected. They are the ones whose prayers were answered. One of my granddaughters said to me, 'But you're already president of the people's hearts.' She added, 'I want you to pray for the elected president of the country and also for the country.' And then she concluded with this quote, 'Elokim asa oti kli lishlichosecha.' God, make of me a vessel for your mission." And she said, "Ani kli lishlichut medinat Yisrael." I am a vessel, a tool for the mission of the state of Israel. Ve'ifar she'etzarech liyot sham, wherever I'm needed, in whatever capacity, sham ehyeh, that's where I will be. Miriam Peretz, a hero and symbol of Israel. My friends, well, I want to wish you a great day. I look forward to seeing all of you soon in person.